Welcome to Resilient Minds. Unlock the power of attraction through words. Most men have no idea how powerful their words truly are. They assume attraction is all about looks, money, or status, but the reality is how you make her feel is what sets you apart, and one of the most underrated yet incredibly effective ways to spark deep attraction is through a well-placed compliment. Think about it. Have you ever witnessed a woman's entire energy shift just because of something a man said? One sentence, delivered the right way, has the power to change her perception of you forever. Today, I'm going to reveal 8 powerful compliments that go beyond generic flattery. These aren't weak, try-hard lines that make you look desperate. These are deep, psychological compliments that trigger something primal in her mind, making her feel truly seen, respected, and drawn to you on a whole new level. And here's the cold, hard truth. If you're still throwing out generic, forgettable compliments, you're just another guy in her DMs that she'll ignore. But when you understand the stoic approach to attraction, the power of self-control, intentional words, and a confident, grounded presence, you'll realize that true power lies in shaping her perception of you. So, if you're ready to stand out from the crowd, leave a lasting impression, and master the art of influence and attraction, keep watching. But before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe to Resilient Minds, where we help you develop an unshakable mindset, build powerful connections, and master the principles of stoic attraction. Compliment number 1. That fragrance you're wearing is addictive. It smells amazing. Most guys completely overlook this. But if you understand the deeper psychology of attraction, you'll realize that scent is one of the most powerful triggers for memory and desire. Think about it. How many times has a certain smell instantly taken you back to a specific moment, place, or person? That's because scent is directly linked to the limbic system, the part of the brain responsible for emotions and memory. So, when you compliment a woman on her fragrance, you're not just saying she smells nice. You're telling her that her scent lingers in your mind long after she's gone. And that is an intoxicating thought for any woman. But here's where most guys fail. They throw out lazy compliments like, "You look nice," or "That dress is pretty." A man who notices the details, how she smells, the energy her scent carries, and how it makes him feel, is a man who immediately stands out from the rest. Now, this is where stoicism comes into play. A stoic man understands that words have weight. He doesn't blurt things out for validation. Every word he speaks is deliberate, intentional, and impactful. So when you say, "That fragrance you're wearing is addictive," say it like you mean it, with confidence, not over-exaggeration. Confidence is quiet and powerful, while desperation is loud and weak. Deliver it with a grounded presence and watch how her entire body language shifts. She will remember that compliment not just in the moment, but every single time she wears that perfume again. That's the power of psychological attraction. Compliment number 2. Your smile could brighten up an entire room. Let's break this one down because most men completely miss its impact. A smile isn't just a simple facial expression. It's an energy, a frequency, a magnetic force that can shift the entire atmosphere of a room. When you tell a woman, "Your smile could brighten up an entire room," you're not just complimenting her looks. You're acknowledging her energy, the aura she brings wherever she goes. Think about it. You've been in rooms where one person's smile instantly changes the mood, where their presence makes everything feel warmer and more inviting. A smile like that isn't just about beauty. It's about influence and presence. When you drop this compliment, you're not just saying she has nice teeth. You're telling her that her very presence shifts the energy around her. And that's a rare and powerful thing. But here's the harsh reality. Most men don't notice this level of depth. They stay stuck in shallow compliments about appearance while missing the deeper layers of attraction. A woman's smile isn't just about her face. It's a reflection of her inner world, her warmth, her openness. A stoic man understands this. He's aware of the energy he brings to every situation, and he recognizes the genuine power in others. When he compliments, he does it with intention, not because he's seeking approval, but because he sees something real. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to hear that their presence alone changes the energy in a room? A woman doesn't hear that kind of compliment every day. That's why this one sticks, because it's real, rare, and deeply impactful. Compliment number 3. I love how real you are. You don't try to fit in. You're just you. Let's be brutally honest for a second. In today's world, where social media filters every aspect of life, where people wear masks to conform and seek approval, and where being fake is the norm, authenticity is a rare and rebellious trait. Being real isn't just attractive, it's a power move. So when you tell a woman, I love how real you are, you don't try to fit in. You're just you. You're not just giving her a compliment. You're validating her most valuable trait. You're telling her that she doesn't need to pretend, filter, or be someone else to impress you. And that's something every woman wants to hear. Most guys are too busy chasing trends or trying too hard to impress. But a stoic, high-value man sees beyond the surface. He recognizes the power of authenticity and respects a woman who is confident enough to be herself. This compliment does something deeper. It creates a bond because it tells her, I see you, not just the version you show to the world, but the real you, and I admire that. And trust me, that is powerful. Final thoughts. The power of genuine compliments attraction isn't about trying too hard or using cheap pickup lines. It's about understanding psychology, mastering self-control, and making a woman feel truly seen. These 8 powerful compliments aren't about empty flattery. They're about triggering deep emotional responses that make you unforgettable. So start paying attention to the details. Use your words with purpose. And most importantly, carry yourself with confidence, respect, and awareness. Because that's what truly makes a man stand out. Courage to be unapologetic herself. Now here's the reality check. Women hear compliments about their looks all the time. You're beautiful, you look amazing. Compliment number 3, you're stunning. But what happens when a man tells her something deeper? What happens? Compliment number 3, when you notice the core of who she is. Not just the surface, that's when you strike a chord, a connection that goes beyond the shallow surface-level praise. You're telling her, I see you not the version you think you have to be for the world, but the raw, unfilled, authentic you that hits differently. Because authenticity cuts through the noise. It shows that you're not just looking at her through the lens of attraction, but through the lens of genuine respect. Women are used to being valued for their looks. But when you appreciate who they are beneath all the layers, that's where the magic happens. That's when you start building a connection based on respect for her true self, not some manufactured version of her. And let's not sugarcoat it. Realness is intimidating. It's easy to conform, easy to hide behind the mask of what others expect. But the moment someone dares to show up as their real raw self, that's power. That's what makes someone truly stand out. So when you tell her you love how real she is, you're not just complimenting her personality. You're acknowledging the strength it takes to be authentic in a world that demands conformity in the realm of stoicism. Authenticity is close tied to the idea of living in alignment with one's true nature. A stoic man doesn't bend or break to fit societal expectations. He is who he is. No pretensions, no compromises, no pretending. And the same principle applies when you compliment her for being real. You're showing that you admire that strength. You're recognizing that authenticity isn't a flaw. It's a strength that makes us stand out in a world full of pretenders. And here's the brutal truth. Most people will never be as real as she is. That's why this compliment hits so hard. It's rare. It's real. And ultimately it shows. You're not interested in the fake versions of people you want. The real deal. Compliment number 4. I love the way you see the world. It's so unique. And it really makes me think, let's face it, the world is full. Compliment number 4 of clones. People compliment number 4, living on autopilot, pairing the same tire opinions and following the same predictable routines. But then there are those who stand out, those who see the world differently, who don't just float along with the current, but instead challenge the status quo and redefine how they interact with everything around them. And when you notice that, when you acknowledge that level of depth, you're tapping into something powerful, telling, "A woman I love, the way you see the world is more than just a compliment. It's a recognition of her mind, her ability to think critically, see nuance and question the obvious. You're telling her that her thoughts matter to you." In a world where most guys are obsessed with what's on the surface, what she looks like, how she dressed ease, or if she fits the perfect mold, you're cutting through all that superficial noise and appreciating her intellect. That's a rare move. Here's the reality, though. Most people are trapped in their own bubble. They surround themselves with the same kind of thinking, the same kind of people. It's easier that way. But when you come, the power of a woman's perspective, why it sets her apart. Every once in a while, you meet someone who doesn't think like everyone else. Someone who sees the world from a unique angle, who challenges conventional thinking, and who brings a refreshing perspective to life. That's when things get interesting. You can't help but be drawn to that mindset, the way they process the world, their take on life, their ability to see what others miss. And if you're smart, you recognize that this is valuable. You admire it. So when you tell a woman, "I love the way you see the world," you're doing something powerful. You're showing her that her perspective has weight. You're telling her that her thoughts don't just echo in an empty room. They make an impact. Why this compliment is different, let's be real. Compliments are cheap. Anyone can say, "You're so beautiful." "You look amazing." "I love your hair." These are surface level. They might feel good in the moment, but they don't last. They don't separate you from every other guy she's ever met. But when you say, "I love the way you see the world," you're diving deeper. You're acknowledging her mind. You're telling her you're interested in how she analyzes life, how she interprets experiences, how she makes sense of the chaos around her. That's rare. And that's exactly what sets you apart from the crowd. Most men are distracted by physical beauty, chasing after the next shiny object. But the moment you show interest in her thoughts, the way she processes the world, that's when you start building a real connection. You're not just some guy trying to impress her. You're a man who respects what makes her different, what makes her stand out from the crowd. How this ties into Stoicism. This is where Stoicism comes into play. A Stoic man values wisdom. He seeks clarity, questions what's in front of him, and strives for a deeper understanding of the world. A Stoic man doesn't follow the crowd. He walks his own path, sees life through his own lens, and appreciates the unique perspectives of others. So when you give her this compliment, you're subtly tapping into that same philosophy, recognizing the power of independent thought, and honoring her for having the courage to think differently. At the end of the day, this isn't just a compliment about how she sees the world. It's a compliment about her vision, her ability to look beyond the obvious, find deeper meaning, challenge the way you see things, and trust me, that's what separates real men from boys. Compliment number 5. I love your energy. It's contagious and makes me want to be the best version of myself. Let's face it, energy is everything. You've met people who drain the life out of a room. The ones who make everything feel heavier, who suck the motivation out of every conversation. And then there are others, the rare ones, who light up a space the moment they walk in. Their energy doesn't just fill the room, it commands it. When you tell a woman, I love your energy, you're not just giving her a casual compliment, you're recognizing the force she brings into the world. Why this compliment stands out. It's easy to compliment a woman on her looks. It's much harder to see and appreciate what makes her truly magnetic. By telling her you love her energy, you're saying, "You don't just exist, you elevate everyone around you. Your presence alone is inspiring. You make me want to be a better man." And that's powerful. Most guys don't notice this level of depth. They don't recognize the impact of energy, the way a person's presence can shift the entire dynamic of a room. But you do. And when you say it with confidence, with genuine appreciation, she'll feel that. She'll remember it. The Stoic connection, why this compliment matters. A Stoic man is in control of his energy. He knows the power of his presence and the effect he has on those around him. And when he meets a woman whose energy elevates the space, he doesn't just admire it, he acknowledges it. This isn't just about making her feel good. It's about recognizing her ability to create impact, to bring positivity, to inspire, to change the people around her. And when you tell her that her energy makes you want to be better, you're showing her that you're not just an observer. You're someone who values growth, ambition, and connection. That's a compliment that sticks, ignites to eat something in you, pushing you to do better, to level up, to become more energy. Isn't just about being fun, it's about being a presence that motivates, that makes others want to be the best version of themselves. And when you tell her that her energy is contagious, you're letting her know that she's the kind of person who inspires growth and action. Here's the brutal truth. Life doesn't wait. If you want to succeed, you need to surround yourself with people who force you to rise. People like her, with that kind of infectious energy, are the ones who push you to excel. She doesn't just exist in the world, she makes it better by simply being herself. From a Stoic perspective, this is powerful. The Stoics believed in self-mastery, not just controlling what we can, but surrounding ourselves with those who challenge us to become the best version of ourselves. By recognizing her energy, you're acknowledging the impact she has on your growth. This isn't just about making her feel good. This is about recognizing true power. Her energy isn't just a vibe, it's a call to action. It's the kind of presence that forces you to stop settling and start living your potential. And in a world where most men are stuck in mediocrity, that's the kind of woman you need by your side. Compliment number 6. You're honestly one of the most thoughtful people I've ever met. You really care about others, and it shows. Let's get real. In a world of self-centered games and fake personas, genuine thoughtfulness is a rare commodity. Everyone's out for themselves, looking for what they can get. But those who actually care, who put others first, stand out when you tell her she's one of the most thoughtful people you've ever met. You're not just paying lip service, you're recognizing depth. It's not just the grand jest, it's the little things. Remembering small details from past conversations, checking in on someone who's struggling, going out of her way to make people feel valued. These actions are the mark of a compliment number 77 woman who isn't just about getting attention, but about giving something real. And when you notice that, it means you see her for who she really is. Here's the thing, most people in today's world are selfish. It's all about status followers and quick gains, but thoughtful people, they're different. They had value. Not just take when you call that out. You're not only acknowledging her actions, you're respecting her character, something deeper than surface-level compliments in the red pill world. We know that actions speak louder than words. It's about recognizing what's real, not what's flashy. Her thoughtfulness is a reflection of her integrity, and that's something that stands the test of time. This is the kind of woman who doesn't just play the game for herself. She's someone who genuinely adds value from a Stoic perspective we admire. Virtue, Stoicism teaches us to recognize what truly matters, living a life of integrity and caring for others. So when you acknowledge her thoughtfulness, you're not just recognizing a trait, you're honoring strength. This is a woman who embodies value, and that's something worth appreciating. Compliment number 6. S. I love how driven you are. Your sense of purpose is seriously inspiring. Let's face it, Ambition isn't just about chasing money or status. It's about the fire in your gut that pushes you to keep grinding, keep moving forward. No matter how hard life gets in today's world of instant gratification, the ones who stay focused on their mission, who wake up every day with a sense of purpose, stand out. When you tell a woman, "I love how driven you are," you're acknowledging something deeper than just her hustle. You're recognizing her passion, her grit, and her refusal to settle for mediocrity in a society where so many people just float through life, waiting for things to happen. She's out there making things happen, and that's rare. You're telling her that you see the effort, the late nights, the sacrifices, the non-stop grind. You're saying, "I see you pushing yourself to reach your potential, to build something real." That's not just a compliment, it's compliment number 8, recognition. It tells her that her drive. Compliment number 8 is noticed, respected and admired, and in a world full of superficial interactions that hits hard. We live in a world where so many are content with just getting by, stuck in a comfort zone, afraid to break out. But a woman who's driven isn't afraid to chase her vision. She's out here with purpose, breaking barriers, and final thoughts. The power of real compliments. Attraction isn't about trying too hard or throwing out cheap lines. It's about noticing the details most men miss, understanding psychology and emotions, making a woman feel truly seen. The men who master this, who learn how to speak with intention and compliment with depth, are the ones who become unforgettable. So next time you're in a conversation, ditch the basic compliments, look deeper, make her feel recognized, appreciated, and valued for who she truly is, and watch how everything changes. If you're ready to level up your mindset, relationships, and personal growth, subscribe to Resilient Minds. Drop a comment below. Which of these compliments will you actually use? Or, better yet, type this in the comments. Words have power, and I know how to use them. Let's see who's really paying attention. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.